What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kramer, and in this video, I'm going to share how you can close any co-hosting client even without any experience. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so I want to make this video because I talked to a couple people today who are really hung up on the idea of closing a co-hosting client without having any properties themselves. So basically, how do they go from, hey, I don't have any properties, but still getting somebody to believe in them and trust them to handle their first property? So here's what I told them in a nutshell. Your goal when you are pitching a co-hosting client is not to just pitch them on how great you are, your company, how amazing you are at marketing and pricing and this and that. That is the complete wrong way to do it, and it actually deters a lot of people. The way that I like to sell and the way that I really recommend is figure out someone's pain points, dig into them, and then if you can help them and if it's a good match, share how you can help them. So just to give you a couple examples here, I'll first give you an example of what not to do. So when people who like to give these big presentations, here's my company, and again, people with no experience, especially, it doesn't even make sense, but here's our company, here's all the different platforms we're gonna put you on, here's our pricing strategy, here's this, here's that, here's why we're so great. But the person who needs help, who owns the property, they might just need help because they're moving out of the country or they're running their listing themselves and they just want to spend more time with their family. So when you go ahead and you talk about all these things, the owner of the property is just like falling asleep during the call, right? It's like you're just pitching them on a million things when they're looking for one specific solution to their problem. So that brings into, well, Bailey, what should I do then? Here it is. You as a co-host, and even if you don't have any properties, as long as you're pitching someone, this is what you want to do. You want to ask questions. Okay, most of the things that are going to come out of your mouth are going to be questions and follow-up questions. So, for example, one of the questions that you could use, and this is just coming straight from the script that I use, is tell me a little bit more about what you're looking for from a co-host. Right? Super simple question, but you will be so surprised by how much it opens up the conversation. You could get someone to say, I really just want someone who can handle my pricing for me. I really just want someone who can do X, Y, and Z for me. Like they'll spill the beans and tell you exactly what they're looking for. From there, you can build your pitch around their needs because you don't have time to tell them about every amazing part about you and why they should have you and trust you and all that stuff. There's no time for it. You could spend hours. I could tell someone hours about all the properties I co-host, all the little things I've done for every single one of my properties, but there's no time for that, right? Like realistically, there's no time. So that's why you ask questions, figure out what they want to hear, right? And then if it's something you can actually do for them, then tell them how you can do that and be the solution for them. This is the exact strategy that I used when I didn't have any properties. It's also the exact strategy that I use now that I do have properties. So even if you have 1, 2, 5, 10 properties, sure, you might mention your properties a couple times or whatever, leverage them. But ultimately, it's not about, oh, look at this property over here where this is so great. Oh, this property has 5-star reviews. They might be thinking, we're not concerned about the 5-star reviews. We know that that's a given. What we care about is X, Y, and Z. So I know this is a snippet of sales training. I go way more in depth inside of my course. I'll leave a link to it down below. So I hope you guys got value and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.